Not 1 day's worth. 1. You too saw how Master Lanier welcomed us when we visited Fano, yes? It is simply prosperous to think that the friends of my great-great-great and so on grandmothers and grandfathers hunted us like vermin. Yes, I'm quite certain that the V's were our friends from the earliest days. The Qatari in the mark is meant to be raising its hands in sheer joy. Surely you agree? If you like to vouch for Charcoal Coddle's theory, the second stela was restored to reflect his interpretation of history. Proceed and you'll be enabled to view the stela as Qataro Noddle envisions it. Rewards you receive and contents of the quest will be the same. Just choose whichever you like. Yep. Splifenderous. Oh, thank you, Archon. I knew you would see things as I did. You believe my son has the right of it? Well, I suppose there is something to be said for adopting a brighter view of history. Very well, let us proceed with the restoration. At long last, another piece of our history comes into focus, but our struggle to claim our legacy goes on. Pray continue to lend us your aid. Father and I will send for our finest artisans. The work must begin at once. And then we did Fast Friends. We did not do the Hunters and the Hunted. Second Takardari Stela has been restored to depict Carl Cotto's interpretation of the first encounter between the Cart and the V's. Protected by the new altar erected according to the tradition of the V's and heartened by rediscovering another piece of their inheritance, the stewards have returned to their excavation efforts with newfound zeal. Should you choose, continue to aid them in their cause. Now this is quite the little walk down what it means to try to rediscover history. Okay, nothing new that we really care about. When history is written by those who are not parts of it, it invariably is subject to the interpretation and the internal biases of those who write it. But we have new quests available. These are actually all new. Sometimes I wish I didn't have such a sensitive nose. When the workers came back from the caves, they carried with them the most pungent odors. It really is quite unbearable. Fortunately, even a thorough scrubbing with warm water does little to remove the stench. I fear there is little choice but to resort to a rarely used treatment, and, as you can imagine, the ingredients required are also rather rare themselves. First, I'll need a sponge, the living sort, but you'll need to hook the little scoundrel with your spear, as they're far too crafty to take any bait. Your cooperation will be most appreciated, I assure you. Okay, spearfishing. If it's broke, fix it. You've uncovered all sorts of precious relics. Some are in better condition than others. As such, many of these artifacts are in desperate need of repair, which is where our special adhesive comes in particularly handy. Sadly, we've just run out, and need to prepare a fresh batch. Cockerels are an essential ingredient in the mixture, but they're rather difficult to catch, so you'll need to get close and use a spear by some such to prise it from the rock. I'd be ever so grateful for any assistance you can provide. Also spearfishing. And lahi. Do you know lahi? Morning stars are protected by all sorts of Ronkin-built guardians, living statues that keep intruders at bay. Since we're also striving to preserve their legacy, I think it's only fair to have them defend us while we explore the caverns. If you were to say lahi to one of the dolls that lie dormant, it would surely heed your call and spring to our aid. I have to say lahi to it. Okay. Okay. And then we've got Rock and Ronka. There's no clean like Kodoro Clean. And Legends of the Ronkin Temple. Silver Jaguars? Was it silver jaguars? Or no, wait, was it red jaguars? Legends of the Hidden Temple teams. Team names. There we go. Red jaguars, silver snakes. Blue barracudas, green monkeys, orange iguanas, and purple parrots. Greetings, good madam. Our excavation proceeds apace, and just recently our workers unearthed a tablet inscribed with an ancient song. Oh, don't look so bewildered. Music has ever been a beloved pastime of the Qatari. As a matter of fact, this relic contains one of our great epics, immortalized in a captivating melody. I would see this culturally significant piece performed once again, and it may live on in the hearts of our children, and our children's children, and thus return to the rich tapestry of our history. And that, madam, is where you come in. Catch a Trisco, which dwells in the waters of Lake Tusimekta. Your shells can be used to make all manner of instruments. Okay. These stone tablets are among the steward's most revered relics. However, nature holds a somewhat less sentimental view of them, and so it falls to us to keep the elements from diminishing their splendor. We wish for our children and our children's children to look upon the stones with the same sense of awe that we do now. We must have tools to maintain them. If you would aid me in crafting such instruments, I would be forever in your debt. The tablets must be scoured regularly, lest their sheen wane and they become indistinguishable from a common slab of rock. The hard scales of the papyra, quite common in Lozotl, are well suited to this task. Don't forget to take fruit worms. Hey, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Can't be the only one who loved the crap out of this show. What splendid timing. We've just unearthed what appears to be a map pinpointing the location of a treasure left by our forebears. If I'm reading this correctly, it's somewhere near the deliberating doll. Would that I could spare the time to dig for it myself, but alas, my work here is endless. However, I'm fortunate enough to know one enterprising lass with a singular talent for gathering. I'd be ever so grateful if she brought this piece of heritage back to me. I'm good. It's time for several hours of Final Fantasy XIV and ignoring all the obligations I should be doing, but I don't want to adult. I want to play video games for several hours. I don't want to hang out with you. No, go away. How goes the cosplay production? And your neck. Also, so the table that they've been sitting on since we moved here can go out of my room. Told you. What am I looking for here? Am I trying to catch something? Yes, I'm trying to catch something. Okay, and I want the fruit worms and fishing. Give me a papyra. Have fun with D&D. Only kill people who deserve to be killed. That's not a papyra. That's a claw bow. That's a papyra. Whee! That, and that. Let's mark those 5. Okay. On to the next spot. No worries. The older you get, the more important it is to know stretches. What am I doing here? Which one's this? Legends of the Ronkin Temple. Okay, I'm looking for an investigation spot. I think it's that one. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, that one. It's gonna be that one. You dig until you hit something solid, and after dusting off the dirt, you see it as a coffer of Ronkin design. This must be the treasure you were sent to find. Neat. Okay. Cat cow. Cat cow and cobra are your friends for that. Ronka fishing, good. Get a thick yoga mat. It'll help loads with that. No, Cobra's the one where you, so you like, I think it's called Dead Man, where you just are like flat on your stomach, arms at your sides. So you start from that, and then you put your hands like middle of your stomach and push up so your back is arched. That's Cobra. I think the one where you sit and twist is just called Russian Twist, and that's less a stretch and more a workout for the abs. Could be mistaken. Okay. Stabby? Hey, I found a sponge. Stabby? 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 Stabby. 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 Okay, we've got that one, which is over here by the look of it. Yep. Boom, boom. Let's go look for some cockle. I said what I said. Stabby. 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 Yeah, so the alternative version of that one is you do it on your back. You raise one leg 90 degrees, and then you hold your shoulder blades on the ground, and you shift the knee over the opposite side. If you think in your chair is good for releasing your back, that one is insane. I've also found that there's a workout called scissor kicks that's really good for releasing your lower back. Yes, yes. Tamago Archon. Where am I going? It is pretty top tier ridiculous, isn't it? Do, 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 do. When did I drop frames? What the hell? The Ronkin doll rests in silence. Oh, yeah. Lahi. I typed too many E's. I got too excited. Wait. It counted? Oh. Okay. It just has to contain Lahi. The doll has awoken. Where you going, Betty? Okay, bye. This really makes me want to play FF9. But I also really want to play FF4 and FF6 and FF8. I've really only played 7, 10, 12, 13. And I never finished 13. Yeah, you do. Have you brought what I asked for? Please say you have. Marvelous. Once the concoction is ready, those reeking reprobates will be the very pinnacle of cleanliness in just a few scrubs. Why are you over there? I want... Top of my list of candidates are husband and son. Their combined stench is enough to curdle milk. "12 does not... I think for me the Gambit system was a hard miss. So, any luck? Oh my. This is perfection itself. Those priceless pots remain shattered no longer. I missed what that was, because for some reason my double click. It's a miracle. The Guardian has arrived. In fact, it clambered down into the caverns just before you got here. It's no doubt shooing off whatever might threaten our workers. Best of all, now that it's awake, continue patrolling without rest or need to be fed. Perhaps we can even get to assist in the excavation itself? Ancient word of power you spoke, Lahi, actually means wake up in the Ronkin tongue, but was also used as a greeting. It is said that those fevered by the gods can even hear the voice of the ancients, carried on the wind as they travel through the Great Wood. Perhaps you've had such an experience yourself? Let me finish up these quests. I'll log out real quick and show it. Ah, you've returned. I trust you've what I requested. Yes, this will do splendidly. There is not as stirring as an expertly crafted melody. Even the Ronkin showed obeisance to Uxcharal by composing songs of worship, but the moon and sky might remain firmly in their place. Music honors the gods eternal while also making timeless our most epic tales. And I dare say it is ever so slightly more entertaining than a dry narrative, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps soon we'll put the deeds of the Warrior of Darkness to song, so that none forget the turnings of fate that restored night to the world. Celestine Acerwings. You have the look of someone who's been gathering to her heart's content. Please tell me you managed to procure the materials I asked for in your fervor. Anyways, right to count on you. My days of late have been filled with sweeping, polishing, and generally worrying over the condition of the tablets. Dare say these new materials will allow me to speed through my chores. Finally, I'll have time to rest my aching knees and throbbing wrists. This work is taxing, 'tis true, but the thought of my ancestors enjoying the fruits of my labor, our labor, makes it all worthwhile. Okay, we have one more. Oh, I just hit level 80 Fisher. Did you find it? Oh, I can scarce imagine what wonders our forebears left for us. Most unusual. Most fascinating. The seal adorning this box dates back to the time of the Ronkins. One can only guess at exactly how long it was buried. Perhaps its contents will provide a clue? Ah, a tablet from the age of Ronka. Now what does it say? Fascinating. It seems to be an inventory of the spirits provided to the workers during the construction of this temple. By the looks of it, the libations flowed freely. Some things never change. It is often at the bottom of an empty bottle where we find the resolve to endure the most arduous tasks. My husband finds that resolve nightly. Well then, that wasn't that inexperienced. Perhaps not exactly what either of us was expecting, but nevertheless, I look forward to seeing what further secrets the Earth holds. Okay, that is that wrapped up. And we're going to head off to Twine to continue the MSQ.